Hi, I'm Christine. I travel a lot, and I started flying a drone in January 2020 because I want to inspire others to travel through my YouTube channel by capturing the beauty of the places I see. Flying a drone has helped me to see things in a new way. It has made me experience the places I travel to differently. Whether I'm traveling somewhere new and trying something new, or I'm returning to a place I've been to many, many times. Capturing them from these new perspectives makes me fall in love with them all over again. My most memorable experience flying my drone was so simple. I went to the beach at sunrise to catch a breath of fresh air, and I brought my drone and wow, got so lost in the beauty of nature. And having it captured like this it puts a smile on my face. My advice? As a DIY kind of woman, a woman that loves to travel all over the world solo, I love that flying a drone requires nothing but yourself. So get out there and make it whatever you want it to be. Women Who Drone is a community of women that inspires me with their own footage and stories. A community of women that helps me when I have questions. We make each other smarter, we cheer each other on. I'm Christine. I'm a travel vlogger, and I want to help others and inspire others to get up, get out, and go travel.
In the sky right now, flying 100,000 laser pulses every second.
UAVs a number of times over several days, so we could observe and measure rapid changes in the shape of the summit crater and in the style of the explosions in the run-up to a large eruption. The red spots you can see in the crater here are the active vents. By using unmanned aircraft to study volcanoes, we can observe eruptions closer than ever before and take measurements that would otherwise never have been possible.
Today, from my perspective, is really the development of methods to help us do future aerial surveys more efficiently, more quickly, and more accurately.
This is Bob. He is a construction drone, and he is about to change the industry. Let me tell you why. The drone will fly the site and take hundreds or even thousands of photos and stitch them together and make a map. So it's just like a satellite image, but it's up to date and it's way more detailed.
As with all technological advances, there is a need for skilled personnel to fill vacancies created by the expansion. With a little planning and the right training, drone pilots and others can look forward to varied and rewarding careers within an exciting industry. As anyone who has taken the first steps into the world of unmanned aviation knows, drones can be put to all kinds of uses. There is the obvious task of aerial photography and cinematography, and there's also mapping, modelling, inspections, and thermal imagery, to name a few. There's more to the drone age than just piloting drones. Drone-related careers include those who design, build, customize, and maintain UAV of all shapes and sizes. Engineers might specialize in the airframes, working with new materials that provide extra strength and improved aerodynamics, along with 3D printing. While we're on the subject of engineers, it's worth also mentioning the crossover between unmanned and manned aviation. Who will design the most successful unmanned aircraft capable of carrying passengers? Will it be drone engineers who started their careers on nano drones or small UAS and ended up designing large UAVs? Or will it be aerospace engineers who began designing conventional manned aircraft and migrated into unmanned aircraft? There are software engineers who develop the operating systems and apps in both the UAV itself and its controller, or who specialize in AI and FPV. Software developers are also required to solve the problem of how to track drones and how to maintain separation between them and other aircraft types. There are the manufacturers, wholesalers and retailers who keep the industry supplied with hardware and spares. There are the training companies who, with the approval of the National Aviation Authority, train pilots to fly remotely piloted aircraft to a minimum standard of competence. And we should also mention those who promote the industry by creating trade associations and networks, providing marketing, mentoring.
I've had my business for almost 10 years now, actually more than 10 years. And I started as a retail photographer doing portraits and weddings and events and all that. And then about 5 or 6 years ago, I remember very distinctly sitting down with my mom and having a conversation that I felt I needed to do something different with my photography. I then started a separate side to my business, which became all documentary photography, all storytelling. And so I focus on a lot of issues that deal with women and girls in developing countries. Anything that's more relating to social causes or in a humanitarian way, bring their stories to light and then help organizations fundraise or help tell the stories so that they can maybe even make policy changes, things like that. I was on a trip with my girlfriends and they brought drones, so it was exciting, got to see them for the first time. Once I saw them using them, the wheels started turning, and so I bought my first drone in January 2018. I felt like it was a tool that I could use to separate myself from other photographers that might be shooting the same story or shooting in the same area. It not only gives you a broader perspective of what's going on, you can see the bigger picture, but you're able to pick out different nuances and different details that probably wouldn't have noticed before. Coming from the field of photography and then picking up a drone, the great thing was I already had the skill set on how to create great imagery, how to expose images correctly, how to compose them, all that. So I was just translating that skill set to a new tool and utilizing it in a different perspective. One of the things that I pursued was getting involved with the community with Women Who Drone. I had actually reached out to the founder and had some ideas for marketing and all that, and we had a great conversation on the phone. And while we were chatting, she offered me a position to help out with the company. And so I jumped on board with that, and I currently am the brand ambassador director for Women Who Drone. You know, just getting an opportunity then to kind of pass the torch and like someone did for me, they stood by my side and introduced me to my drone and showed me how to work it. I now have the opportunity to do that for other women and girls. My name is Yasmin Tajik. I am a professional photographer and FAA certified drone pilot.